What's going on YouTube? It's your girl Mercedes gang. You feel me? The gang, because we don't come with no price tag, period. Anyways, y'all, I'm back with another little reaction video. Offset shooting what really happened at the casino. Now, I've only heard a little bit about this situation. I know Lil TJ's involved. I know he was there at the casino, but I'm not sure exactly what partaked or what happened for him to get shot. I know he owed Lil TJ some money, but that's really about it. So please like, share, subscribe, and let's get into it.
Now, Offset just got shot and things are getting kind of wild. A lot of people are talking about this right now, but the details are kind of a little bit all over the place. So let's talk about this together. Now, last night, some news broke regarding rapper Offset, with reports coming out that he had been shot and hospitalized in Florida. And according to those reports, this all happened at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel.
That's a beautiful casino or hotel. Wow.
And casino in Hollywood, Florida. Now, once the news first broke, there was a lot of confusion about what actually happened and even whether this was actually even related to Offset. But that quickly got cleared up after one of his representatives confirmed the situation, saying, "We can confirm Offset was shot and is currently at the hospital receiving medical care." Now, as far as the incident itself, this reportedly took place around 7 p.m. on Monday in the Valet area right outside the casino. Police were called to the scene after a shooting broke out among a group of men, with early reports suggesting that there may have been some kind of argument beforehand. When authorities eventually arrived, they found a male suffering from a...
Oh, this sounds all too familiar all over again. Literally. Same thing that happened with Takeoff. Like,
a GSW gunshot wound, who was later confirmed to be Offset. He was then transported to Memorial Regional Hospital in Hollywood, Florida, where he's currently receiving treatment. Now, while all this was going on, authorities also detained 2 individuals at the scene. At this point, police haven't revealed their identities and the investigation is still pending. However, we do know that those 2 individuals who were detained are connected to rapper Lil TJ. We'll get to more of that in a second. Officials say the area was quickly secured and casino operations continued as normal. Now, not long after this particular incident, a video started circulating on social media posted by the Instagram page Only in Dade, showing the aftermath of what happened.
Yep, I literally saw this clip.
You're in the casino in Hard Rock.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
In that video, you can see a man lying on the ground with a police officer on top of them, while another person is being pulled away by another officer.
Now, as for Offset, it turns out that his injuries were non-life threatening, and he's currently recovering in the hospital.
God.
But when it comes to who actually shot him and why, this is where things take a turn. Because around the same time this news was breaking, Lil TJ's name suddenly started coming up in the conversation. Now, initially it wasn't clear exactly how he was connected to the situation. Some people were saying that he was the one who shot Offset. Others were...
Whoa, that ring looked too familiar. Isn't that the same ring? No, okay.
exactly how he was connected to the situation. Some people were saying that he was the one who shot Offset. Others were claiming that he was actually the one who got shot as well. So overall, there was a lot of confusion and a lot of misinformation spreading fast. But here's what we actually know as of right now. Around the same time, Lil TJ was in fact arrested by police. And that's according to official Broward County Jail records. Those records show that he was booked on a charge of disorderly conduct. So the charge he got wasn't related to actually pulling any kind of trigger during this incident. However, and this is where things start to get interesting, he was in fact present during the situation, along with some of his amigos. Now, this is what's being claimed in the police report. So according to the arrest report, Lil TJ pulled up to the casino where Offset was at, and after getting out of the vehicle, police say he pointed toward Offset, and that's when a fight broke out between the 2 groups. They also claim that during all this, Lil TJ had his phone out, recording members of his group as they were attacking Offset. So essentially, according to the authorities, they're alleging that Lil TJ directed members of his group to start that confrontation. Now from there, things reportedly escalated even further.
That's because crazy. Police... You telling me y'all listen to a whole grown man telling you, hey, go get that fool. Like, huh? Oh my gosh.
Say that one of the individuals associated with TJ pulled out a firearm and fired shots, which ended up wounding one of the people involved, who was later identified as Offset. And shortly after that, 2 individuals who were believed to be connected to the situation were taken into custody. Now, even with all that being claimed by the police, as of right now, Lil TJ has not been charged in connection to the shooting itself, and in fact, he actually got out of jail and denied any involvement in the situation.
We asked Lil TJ if there was a fight between them before the shooting. Did he put his hands on you?
Thank God.
Yo, that shot me. That shot me. La la la. Is a rat cat.
Bro, just go.
Y'all in a good.
I ain't gonna lie. If I had just got out of jail, I want to get as far away as possible. Like, and I've never even been to jail before, so like.
Now, part of the reason why Lil TJ's name being involved in this even made sense to people in the first place is because for those who don't know, him and Offset have actually had issues with each other over the past year. At one point, Lil TJ even went on stream claiming that Offset was broke.
Why this Offset? Offset broke. I'll tell you a true story. He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. Must got a gambling addiction. He got a ban from a random lady. I swear to God, I don't know who the she was.
Saying he had loaned him money and never
he got a gambling addiction?
Got paid back. And that he was asking other people for money as well. There were even alleged private messages that surfaced online. I think they were posted by Lil TJ, showing the two of them going back and forth on Instagram. Now, exactly what's going on between them, that's not entirely clear, but clearly there's some level of tension there. And on top of that, Offset himself has been in the conversation recently for other reasons as well. There have been reports and discussions online about him potentially struggling with a gambling addiction, with people claiming he's been losing large amounts of money in casinos. And not too long ago as well, he was even seen in a situation at a casino where an interaction with a supposed fan turned into an argument.
He arguing with Offset, y'all.
Over a gamble?
That's only a picture, goddamn, nigga. You ain't that much of a celebrity, bro.
Oh, that's
crazy. You ain't that much of a celebrity, bro. That's only guy for a picture. A picture, goddamn, we black people.
So ironic how he's like, you're not much of a celebrity, but then again, he's the one who's begging a stranger for a photo, a man he doesn't know. So ironic. And then he's like, we black people. I thought we had already learned the lesson that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And according to some people who are familiar with that area, they said that he's been there pretty frequently. Now, whether any of that has anything to do with what happened that night, that's a completely different question. But it does give you a bit more context.
I know when it comes to gambling addictions, like, it can be very, like, I've seen it with my own eyes as well. Like, it could be a hard thing to kind of pull yourself away from. And I can only imagine all the money this man is losing.
Context as to why he may have been there in the first place.
Good.
Now, a lot of this attention around his finances really picked up after Cardi B filed for divorce, which, as we know, often brings financial details into the spotlight. Pretty common. And during that situation, reports came out claiming that Offset allegedly owed over $1.5 million in taxes. Putting that aside and focusing strictly on what happened that night, we know that Offset was shot outside the casino. 2 individuals were detained at the scene, and around that same time, Lil TJ was taken into custody on a disorderly conduct charge. His lawyer actually came out shortly after the incident and said, Lil TJ has not been shot, nor has Lil TJ been charged with any shooting. Any reporting to the contrary is false. And to be fair, she's right. And that's what we really know as far as the confirmed facts. Now, let me kind of talk my shit for a second, right? Because we look at the situation right here. When it comes to places like this, casinos, late nights, and all that, although it wasn't that late, that's beside the point. It brings up a bigger conversation. You know, this whole obsession with gambling, I really don't understand it.
Seriously,
From
don't
my
get it.
point of view,
I don't get it either.
I don't know what you think, but I think it's one of the fastest ways to fall into financial irresponsibility. Yep. And what's crazy is billions of dollars have been invested into marketing gambling, especially toward younger audiences. That's why you see so many influencers and content creators promoting these platforms like it's normal. And I'm going to be honest, I personally have been offered a lot, and I mean a lot of money to promote that kind of stuff on my channel, but I've turned it down every single time because I'm not trying to help fuel something that's generally messing up people financially. And the reality is that a lot of people are falling into this now. I mean, we even got millionaire entertainers here still sitting at these casinos, spending a bunch of money, chasing wins just like everybody else, right? And when you really look at it, gambling for a lot of people is just another form of escape. A lot of people right now in this generation, they feel empty. They feel like something is missing. And they try to fill that void with some kind of thrill, some kind of rush to feel something. And it
is really sad that, you know, this whole gambling thing is taking over his life and whatnot, and all like the financial business is being put out there, because it's just like, dang, dude, you got a whole family to feed, you got this, you got that, you got a lot going on, Offset, to be throwing all your money like that.
Get it. Now, I don't relate to it personally, but I can understand why it's appealing. Whether it's social reasons, financial reasons, thinking one win is going to change your whole life, or just straight up distraction from whatever else you got going on in your life. It all leads back to the same place. And personally, I think it's something people should stay far away from. But what really stands out to me is how these types of environments keep showing up in situations like this. Because when you think about it, this is not the first time something like this has happened in this type of environment. Takeoff lost his life in a situation involving
I literally just, I'm like, bro, this sounds too familiar. I literally just spoke about this. For some reason, like, I do agree with him, like, the casinos and certain places at nighttime. It's just, it seems like it creates a certain environment I don't know, but rest in peace Takeoff, man. That's crazy.
A dice game. And now Offset ends up getting shot at a casino. Now, technically, those aren't the same situations, but they do fall under a similar environment. Late nights. It wasn't that late, but then again, evening time, right? Money involved, emotions running high, and a lot of different personalities in one place. And I think these types of environments tend to attract situations that can escalate quickly. We saw it clearly in the Takeoff situation. Rest in peace to Takeoff, man. That still fucks me up so bad that he died like that. Where he wasn't even involved in the actual game, but still ended up being caught in the middle of it.
Me too.
And that's really the reality of these environments, man. It's not about you as it is about what's happening around you. And I don't know about you, but these types of environments, man, they're just not that appealing to me anymore. Personally, it's like we all got something to lose, right? We all want to go back home to our people, right? And being in those spaces, to me, just isn't worth the risk. Not in this generation, right? And what's crazy is in this Offset situation, it wasn't even that late. It was around 7 p.m. on a Monday, And that really makes you think, what kind of crowd is even around in those environments at that time? Because most people are wrapping up their day at home, relaxing, or maybe at the gym, if you're not skipping the workouts, right? I don't know, maybe just I'm boring. What I don't understand is what happened to just talking things out. Like we seen it in the Pooh Shiesty situation that we just covered, right? Where Pooh Shiesty decided to hold Gucci Mane at gunpoint because he wasn't happy with his contract. It's like, yo, you got all these top level lawyers on your side. You can't use your lawyer to fight this case or, figure out the paperwork or whatever it is that you got going on. And also Offset, he's a father. And look, I'm not saying he was the aggressor, but we've seen them go back and forth before. And at a certain point, you just got to grow up. That's kind of how I look at it. Because the reality is most of us have something to live for, right? And with Offset, it's not even about him. It's about his kids. He's a father.
Facts.
Children need their fathers. And I just feel like people got to start moving smarter. Because in this day and age, it's so easy to get into something with somebody. And if you've got something that you actually care about, the smartest move is to not even put yourself in those situations to begin with.
I ain't gonna lie. I can only imagine what, like Cardi here in the news, her kids, you know what I'm saying? Like how they took that. I'm pretty sure that was a very scary moment for them because, a bullet, you don't know if you're gonna make it or not. You don't know. Only God is by your side, you know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine how his family reacted to it, other family members as well. I'm pretty sure everybody was very, very scared.
Situations where you might feel like you have to do something to someone.
They need them, though.
Or someone might do something to you. I'm curious what you guys think about this situation. Drop a like for the algorithm. And of course, subscribe if you're new here. My name is Blackie Speaks. Nice to meet you.
Video,
I'll catch you guys on the next video, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was fire. Honestly, that was fire. Mad respect for turning down gamble ads. No, this man is always at a casino. I met him in 2018 at a casino. Nah. Okay. That's wild. All right. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Obviously, this is a pretty crazy situation, so let me know what you guys think. Please like, share, and subscribe. Of course, I'm spreading mental health awareness. You know what I'm saying? You are enough. And on the back, it says, what does it say? Dear person, something behind you. The world is a better place with you in it. Love the person in front of you. So, you know what I'm saying? Show love to everybody. Be kind to everybody, y'all. Everybody got something going on in life. So, but yeah, I'm gonna catch you on another one. Deuces.